It's the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Patriots and the Giants, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 22.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the New England Patriots and the New York Giants. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
And I'll bet right now just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions, right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Jones throw here taken in by Ingram. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Now Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Patriots take over. On play action. Now Rodgers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Miles. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this group, they're losing ground fast. They've got
Jones hit in the ball zone, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that second drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked out a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Carson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants' offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw again, Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back to throw again. And his pass incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is Hillman with it. think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field, but if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week: 12 carries, 95 yards, and a score.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Rodgers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
On first down, Rodgers. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
Let's get him. Come on.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6. On first down, Carson. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. That's Miles. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Here's Carson. Powers through him. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. This is a 26-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you knock out too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
On 1st and 10, Jones. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Point after try forthcoming. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Jones throwing deep for Galladay.
This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Carson, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. We're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere, the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, we'll start to obsess about it.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Julian Love.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
For the extra point. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Chris Carson trotting back out there. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, look.
And the pass to Henry is intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now Jones on 3rd down. Oh, he's going to go for it all. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Davis. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Gano now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Touchdown here to kick it away. The return man, Wilson. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Pats at the line ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And he completes it to Wilson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He finds his man complete. That's Miles. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. shotgun now for Rodgers. Open man to tight end Henry. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Second and 5. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. And this is no good as well. He's missed twice now, and that's the difference in this ball game. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our... Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Now it's Wilson. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. With the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd and 8. This is Carson. Carson, the first down and more. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
A whole bevy of Patriots there that time to bring him down. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it again here with Davis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Throwing deep for Galladay.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for New York. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Let's go.
The Patriot offense back out, getting set to go.
And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now, he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Rodgers going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Rodgers. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Rodgers now on 1st down.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers got his man complete over the middle. It's Henry. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 18. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. He finds his man complete. That's Miles. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Possession of the football going back over to the Giants. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Here's Davis to run again on 2nd. Now Davis fumbles it, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, the tide definitely seems to be turning in this third quarter as this defense is able to knock the ball free and recover.
And let's look at it this way. Their offense is right back out there who just got them the lead a few minutes ago. This has the potential to be a big swing in this game.
Chris Carson trotting back out there. He's had a good third quarter. He likes whatever adjustments were made at halftime, whether those were team adjustments or just him talking to himself.
And whatever that conversation was, it was pretty good because he is running really well here in the third quarter. But I like to think it is a team adjustment. Offensive line, those big escorts of his, they figured out how to block a little bit better. He's found those holes to run through.
He has indeed.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. And this one is right through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. New York ready to go again offensively.
And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Pilardi now on the punt as he sends this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Chris Carson trotting back out there. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. He finds his man, complete. That's Miles. And he's got this down to the 35.
Personal foul.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. So that'll back him up 5. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Again, it's Stevenson. They juked a pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Davis. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing, Jones. That's caught by Galladay. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Back to throw. Jones. His throw incomplete. The Giants on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The fullback dive held up short, and the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. They'll run on 1st down. Carson. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
To throw is Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
They run once more with Stevenson.
Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Here's Rodgers.
Throw left side, complete to Isabella. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the 1st down at around the 22. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again.
And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? And rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
Jones.
his throw is going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely fourth-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
To throw is Jones. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the sign judge. And that's good enough for a first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this one is incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the draw, this is Davis. And he's going to be met at about the 43. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Gano for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was finished up by a touchdown by the New York Giants. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And this is secured by the Patriots. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, here's Stevenson, and he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for New England. Taking it about the 16. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one. Whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get